Do you have any questions? The Chancellor informs me that you are prepared to serve as the member of the Honor Guard. I wanted to see for myself whether you are worthy. I have ties on both sides of the war, so I understand how difficult it has been for the Federation and the Empire. However, I think some things are more important than our disagreements, and fortunately, the Chancellor agrees. That's why I have been tasked with leading the fight against the Borg. We are the thin line that separates the Empire from ruination. It is our job to take on the most impossible tasks and make them possible. Special task forces aren't for everyone, but the rewards for those who can complete them are worth the effort. From what I hear, you and your ship are more than up to the task. Completing my missions won't be easy, but I and my officers will do all I can to help you. You will earn the finest weapons and armor that the Alpha Quadrant has to offer. You will be able to outfit your ship with equipment that will make you the envy of your fellow officers. Even special personnel or resources will be available to you. Good luck. You're going to need it. Do you have any questions? Task Force operations are special missions designed for teams. Most TFOs require a team of 5 experienced captains. A few require more. Do you have any questions? When the Borg reappeared, it became clear that this was a threat that would require a unified response to defeat. The Federation and the Klingon Empire were at war, but their disagreements would become meaningless if the Borg assimilated them both. I knew something had to be done. With the approval of Starfleet Command, I went to the Klingon High Council to request help fighting the Borg. They rejected me, but the Chancellor had the vision to see that I was not trying to end a war. I was trying to fight a more important one. With Starfleet's Makos and the help of the Honor Guard, we have a chance to stop the Borg before they reach our core worlds. However, we needed a structure to coordinate the campaign against the Collective. One that isn't run by Starfleet or the Klingon Defense Force. Omega Force is that organization. Our only war is against the Collective, the Iconians, or anyone else who poses a danger to the Quadrant as a whole. I lead Omega Force. I report directly to the Klingon Chancellor and the President of the Federation. We coordinate with Starfleet and the KDF, but are controlled by neither. Together, we will save both our empires. Do you have any questions? Military Assault Command Operations is a group of high-ranking Starfleet officers detached for special tasks to deal with major threats to the Federation. The Borg, the Undine, perhaps the Iconians. Only time will tell. From what I understand, the first Mako were used by Earth in the days before the Federation, while there have always been assault troops attached to Starfleet, such as the officers who served with distinction on AR-558 during the Dominion War. For most of Starfleet's existence, the mission of exploration has taken precedence. Exploration is still Starfleet's primary function. We are here for when that exploration brings us into contact with a challenge that diplomacy cannot answer. Do you have any questions? The Honor Guard are high-ranking KDF officers commissioned by the Chancellor to defend the Empire against the most dire of threats. The Borg, the Undine, perhaps the Iconians. Only time will tell. Every member of the Honor Guard is a hero of the Empire. These mighty warriors will stand against anything the universe has to offer and be undefeated. I am honored to fight at their side. Do you have any questions?
Hello. How can I help you today? Complete task force operations to gain marks as a measure of distinction for your performance. You can use these marks to complete projects that will improve your reputation or allow access to special resources. Is there anything else you need? You can claim special gear from operational groups by completing an associated project. If you want to claim a special Omega Force weapon, for example, you'll need to file a project to claim that weapon with Omega Force. When you've committed sufficient time and resources, Omega Force will provide you with the weapon. Is there anything else you need?
Serve the Empire well.
This is Commander Talus of the Romulan Star Empire vessel RNA. We are under attack by Borg scout squadrons. This is a formal request for assistance from any ship receiving this message. Do not abandon us. Ship in range. This is the IRW RNA. My ship has been attacked and disabled by the Borg. My crew are being assimilated. The self-destruct is offline. I have retreated with my surviving officers to the main science lab. If you can hear this, I formally request assistance. If there is no one who can respond to this message, then may we die with honor. Our assistance. Borg drones have beamed aboard the RNA and are attempting to assimilate my crew. Several of us have barricaded ourselves in the science lab. We need your assistance to prevent our ship from being assimilated and to save the rest of the crew. Have the ability to adapt to energy weapons in order to use energy weapons effectively against them. Equip yourself and your bridge officers with frequency remodulators. There is a supply of them not far from your current position. There should be enough remodulators in that crate for your entire away team. If you ever need more, you should be able to replicate them easily enough. Borg have locked down the passage ahead. Use the console in sickbay to override the security protocols.
Flanking damage detected. Enemy combatants in close proximity.
Have disabled the force fields guarding the science lab. We managed to fend off the first wave, but we need your help. Get to the lab and stop the remaining drones.
Thank you so much for saving us. The Tal Shiar were using us as test subjects in their experiments with Borg technology. Only a few of us survived their investigations. I know that they'll do anything to preserve their empire. And I've seen with my own eyes what they and the Ilachi did to the outlying colonies. But I didn't think they would be this cruel to their own people.
Borg drones incoming. Destroy them before they reach the research equipment. Scanners show no further Borg presence aboard. Thank you for your aid, but I must ask you to return to your ship at once. Our research here is critical to the survival of the Romulan Star Empire, and I cannot share these secrets, even with our rescuers. We are studying salvaged Borg devices. Bear in mind that this technology is now the sovereign property of the Romulan Star Empire. My engineers tell me that our engines are online, so your further presence aboard my ship is neither necessary nor desirable. You are our enemy. Your assistance does not change that basic fact. Long-range sensors show a Borg squadron approaching at speed. Essential repairs to our singularity drive are almost complete. If you can occupy the Borg and give us the time we need, I will overlook your intrusion on our classified research. The Romulan Star Empire appreciates your discretion. Your actions today may well change the course of history. Keep the Borg occupied, and we will depart as soon as our course is plotted. You are a friend to the Tal Shiar. Our singularity drive is online. The Tal Shiar appreciates your timely assistance. Sensors show more Borg ships approaching. I recommend you prepare yourself. We are responding to a distress call from an IRW RNA. Normally we wouldn't provide assistance to the Tal Shiar, but the Borg are a threat to all of us. However, you appear to have things well in hand. Do you require assistance?
Congratulations, Captain.
with